Well, I went to the dark side. I got my first PC. Ew. With Windows. Ew. Oh, ugh. Ugh. I still like my Mac though. So what I get this little bugger for? This little GMKtec little mini PC. So I've already opened this and did what I had to do, register it and get it online. So now it's internet ready, so I can browse the internet if I want to. So these little things are incredibly tiny, and they actually got quite a bit of power in these little buggers. This thing is less than 3 inches square and about less than 2 inches tall. It's a little box, little tiny box, and it's got a plethora of ports on it, even more ports than a Mac Mini. So we got one, two, three USB 3 ports on here. We got your typical Ethernet connector, an audio out jack, and 2 HDMI outputs on this little guy. And the little decal on there says Intel Celeron. Very interesting. So this is the NUC Box 5, I guess that's how they call it. Model number KB5, input 12 volts at 3 amps. Designed by GMK, made in China, of course. So this little guy, he's powered off of a wall wart with USB-C. So the wall wart is 3 amps. So technically, you could almost power this thing off a power bank if you wanted to. Specifications. Everybody likes the specifications for these guys. So this is not the top of the line little box. I only need it for a specific, well, 2 specific purposes. One is going to be my new audio DJ box. That's primarily its main goal for right now, but it does have a future of doing more. Well, one more thing. So technical specifications. CPU has the Intel Jasper Lake N5105. Has 4 core, 4 threads. Main frequency is 2 gigahertz, and it can go all the way up to 2.9. And it has a 4 megabyte cache. GPU is an Intel UHD graphics, has 8 gigabytes of RAM, and I believe this one is the 256 that I got for the solid state drive or stick. Of course, it has the GigaLAN RJ45 1,1000M for the Ethernet. Wi-Fi, it's got the Wi-Fi 6, IEEE 802.11, A, B, G, N, A, C, and AX. Bluetooth, it's got 5.2 Bluetooth. And of course the power is 12 volts at 3 amps. And little packing list, you get 1 mini PC, 1 user manual, 1 warranty card, good for 12 months, and 1 Type-C charger. I don't know why they call it a charger, call it a power bank or a power brick. So not much other than having to, like I said, I already fired this up. Did all the Windows baloney of signing in and signing up and doing this and that, and primarily getting my Wi-Fi connected so I can do something with it if I chose to. But like I said, it is going to be a little dual purpose little PC box, PC audio box. So I'll be downloading the DJ software mix for Windows, and I'll transfer all my database to this, and then have that play through my other little music box that I got from IC Station. So, had a video of this, of the graciously gifted by IC Station, this little Bluetooth box. So, I don't know if I'll hook it up by Bluetooth or I'll hook it up direct audio. To me, it really doesn't matter. I'll probably just hook it up Bluetooth and then call it a day, and then take my old AOA system down and salvage the speakers and hook them up to this. And then this will be my new audio DJ music box. Because right now I got it, I got the music pumping out of the main speakers of the computer. But sometimes, depending on the music, it's kind of annoying when you're trying to watch also a YouTube video or something like that. Sometimes it's just too much audio coming in your head, from a single point. Where in the past I used to have my bookshelf system running, which the speakers are way up at the top at the ceiling, which fills the room a little bit more gentler, and it's not so overwhelming, so you can still have background music and still be able to have the YouTube videos running without too much audio overload coming out of the speakers. And it's like sometimes the music's too soft, and sometimes it's too loud, and sometimes it's too intense where it kind of drowns out vocals from the YouTube channels and stuff like that. So other than that, like I said, the future of this thing is it's not only going to be a music box, but it's also going to be maybe the potential of running it's going to be the workhorse of gathering information for the info globes, the internet info globes, where the mini PC will be set up as like a mini server for the internet info globe. So the mini PC can do all the work of gathering the information, and then it can transfer via Wi-Fi, because that's the primary thing of having the internet info globes. It is Wi-Fi capable, so it does get its information by Wi-Fi. So the current setup is the ESP82866 does all the work, where it has its programming and it gathers all the time, the temperature, the weather, the storm alerts, and for me, it's got the capability of displaying the Alexa messages, and it also has the capability of showing the YouTube stats. So don't really know what's going on. Maybe because there is a couple little quirks in this thing, and it only turns up in the weather summary. So you get a bunch of gibberish, and then it does like a rewrite, and then you'll get the first line of the summary. Same thing with the weather alert. You get a bunch of gibberish if there's a lot of spaces, and technically by the book and by paper and by all the scientific things, that the info globe should be blank anytime it sees a space. But if there's like 35 to 50 or whatever number of spaces that the National Weather Service decides to put in before they start typing, the info globe doesn't like it. So maybe it's just overwhelmed. Otherwise, it runs pretty good for what it is. So on top of that, when we do update it, we do have to plug it into a cord. So it is capable of being able to be updated via Wi-Fi, but the only problem is the memory on board is only so big. So the way it's set up now, pretty much half the memory is used up for what it does right now. If we were to have it update via Wi-Fi, it would use all the memory up, and it would probably be more susceptible of crashing and showing gibberish and stuff like that. So thinking about, well, not me, because I don't have the brain power for the networking and coding and stuff like that. The brains of the bunch would be David B. So he's going to be doing a little change within, I don't know, it may be a year or so or more before he actually gets down to taking his thoughts and actually applying it and then seeing if it works. So he said that he's going to have it run off of Python and stuff like that. So I don't have no idea what all that stuff is. Apparently it's a platform that, you know, it's the coding thing, so I don't know what I'm talking about. So I'm just going to leave it at that. So instead of having this thing running 24/7, you know, keeping the info globe up to date and stuff like that, doesn't really, it's kind of expensive, especially the way electricity is now, to keep something that's drawing, you know, a couple hundred watts. Actually, in here, all this stuff in here that's running in this little area, it's about 300 watts. So you can just imagine if this was running all day long. I mean, the other little tchotchkes in here, it doesn't really draw that much power, but the main computer does. So, and you definitely know it when it's running 24/7 when it's doing something. Especially when I used to use this to do all the updating to YouTube, which I don't do anymore. I leave it to my laptop because it draws a lot less power. So that's the update of my first PC. It's not a Mac. Definitely not a Mac. You should have seen me try to navigate the main operating system, trying to figure out how to make the mouse pointer the same speed as my Mac one. That's, where the hell is it? I don't know. And I don't even know where the specs are. I don't know how to bring up the specs. Like Mac, you just go to the little Apple and you click on it. There it is. Windows, you got to dig a little bit. Of course, I don't know what I'm doing with the operating system because I haven't run Windows operating system on parallels in a long time. So really the only knowledge I have of Windows is back from XP. And then I believe the last working Windows system on parallels on this thing was, I believe, Vista. So they were pretty much close, but this Windows 11 thing is a completely different animal. And unless I can set it up like old school, like, I don't know, Vista or Windows XP. So that's it for this video. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.